Alright, quick update on waves. So in my last video, I pointed out how we've got this double 618 region, both from the 618 from low to high down here, and we've got a micro 618 that we're also running off around here from low to high, and you can see we've got this double 618 double golden pocket region between the levels of $29 and well $29 and 20 for 29.60 something, but nonetheless we've broken below these 618 fibs, and I told you in my last video once we around about $29 that if we do have a break below 29, I have to assume we're coming down to at least $20, the $20 being an amalgamation between both the 200-day moving average that we've got coming round about $21, but mainly the 786 Fibonacci being my target down here at $20. Now this is really just a quick update to let you know that we've moved halfway down since my prediction. So I was predicting, a 29% move down to the 786 in my last video. We're already down, approximately 12%, and we've moved down 17% already. So, we really only have about 19% of the way to go until we do come down to the 786. Now, I wanted to talk about these momentum indicators because we're really starting to look very nasty for waves right now. Not only is the chart starting to look super bearish from a technical perspective, not talking about the news, because we had this big rally above the all-time high, we basically fell like a rock below the all-time high, and we also had this line here, which was the all-time high in terms of the candle body close. We lost that, and I really said my last line in the sand is this 618, and I said if we do lose the 618, from a technical perspective, my next price target would be down here at $20, but I'm kind of the opinion that waves is going to come down to around about $10 and sweep the lows of this uptrend. So, if we're coming down to the macro lows that we put in down here, that could potentially be entailing a move down to 850, or really when this uptrend started, which could be anywhere around about $11 to $12. Nonetheless, my gut feeling is we're not going to hold the 786 Fibonacci. Now, it's for a few reasons. Number one, the chart looks really bad, and on the daily squeeze momentum indicator, like I highlighted, once we flip this to the downside, I really had to assume that $20 was your best case scenario, because these squeeze momentum indicators picked up very harsh, and while we're having a slight dead cat bounce today, you can really see this red volume that we're seeing is pretty much unrivaled with previous dumps that we've seen, apart from when we've had these big macro tops that don't look like macro tops anymore, because these were a lifetime ago in crypto terms, but nonetheless, squeeze momentum indicators on the daily is picking up to the downside very harshly. We've been rejected from these daily EMA ribbons, and if we look at the big thick line on these estimated moving averages, you can see our short-term moving average is this thicker line here, and the reason I've got the short-term moving average slightly thicker is because it shows me where the short-term moving average needs to be before these will flip bearish. So in my opinion, I think we've only really got another couple of days. I'd assume that the daily EMA ribbons are going to fire bearish around about the 15th of April, coming into, what is that, Thursday of next week? Let's see, so so it's Friday of next week. So I'll give you an update on Friday, obviously, and probably updates along the way. But my gut feeling is telling us that we're coming down to sweep the lows around about $10. The chart is telling me we're coming down to at least $20, and I've been talking about this move really since we fell below the 618 fibs. So I'm really sticking with that move down to the 618. I think we are going to have a 30% drop. We're pretty much already halfway down, but I really don't even want to focus too much on the lower time frames. I think what's going on is very clear cut on the daily, but nonetheless, quickly looking at the 4 hourly, we did fire bearish all the way back here. We've been in a landslide since then, and when we bounced off the 618 double fib region, we back tested the short-term moving average, rolled down, and we've had another dead cat bounce recently. We've retested the short-term moving average, and it's really looking like we want to push down to the $20. Not even in the next week. It looks like we want to push down here in the next few days. So I am assuming that $20 is still on the table. From a technical perspective, as long as we hold $20, then technically the market's bullish. But my gut feeling with the chart looking this bearish, sorry, that's my alarm. With my chart looking bearish, I do everything in one take, so I'm gonna leave that in. with Bitcoin looking like it wants to head down to 40,000 and the squeeze momentum indicator picking up to the downside on the daily, everything is kind of pointing towards me that, you know, this $20 isn't going to hold. And, you know, that is all of what the chart's saying. That's not even bringing into, you know, the fact that Waves has been accused of being a Ponzi scheme. And I'm really not going to bring my opinion into this because, you know, my opinion is not really relevant. I'm talking about technical analysis here. So I really don't want to bring the news into this too much, but I do think, if you haven't heard already, the USDN Neutrino coin, the Wave stablecoin basically, lost its peg to $1. I think that's going to leave a very bad taste in a lot of investors' mouths. I wouldn't be surprised if this could potentially come under fire by the SEC at some point soon. But nonetheless, there's a plethora of reasons why I think we're bearish and we could be moving down to $20. My gut is telling me we're not going to hold this. I mean, 4-hourly squeeze momentum indicator has only just reset to the neutral side, and then we managed to push back over to bearish. So really, your best case scenario is we have a 20% drop and we bottom. But like I said, with all the news going on, even the chart, like the chart is really picking up this bearish momentum right now. I really am of the opinion that $10 or potentially even round about this $12 is on the table. But nonetheless, from a technical perspective, $20 is very much in play. I think we're coming down to at least $20. If we have a strong bounce, so be it. I'm personally not looking to trade this coin. I think with everything that's going on, I think this is really not something that I'm looking to touch at all. So that is all I see for Waves. Nonetheless, even though I'm not trading this, even though I'm not buying this, I will still cover this if there are people who are interested in what's going on in the price action. But if you want my opinion, I'm really not the biggest fan of both the chart setup and the news setup. And I mean, mainly, even if we discount what's going on with the news, the fact that we made new all-time highs and then lost the previous all-time high, you know, that tells it all. So I'm not personally investing in this. Best of luck if you are. Once again, none of this is financial advice, just my opinion on the market. And you've always got to do what's best for you. Cowboy out. Peace.